Okay, so saw part of the presidential debate, and during the debate, they talked about Springfield, mainly about the Haitian immigrants eating pets, dogs, and cats, or something. I don't know anything about that. I saw a video of a chick. I think she ate a cat, but she was like on meth or something, and she wasn't Haitian. She was an American chick. So I don't know if they just, you know, caught that and ran with it because she was black. So I don't know. But I want to say something else in regards to immigration that I don't really hear people speak on, but I think it's true. And I'm gonna give you my 2 cents and why I feel this way. And I'm gonna react to this video too. Now, before I do, let me tell you how I came up with this conclusion. I used to work on the waterfront, and the people who work there don't want to help you out ever. Like if you're a new guy coming to work there, nobody helps you out. Nobody tells you, hey, yeah, you gotta go over here, you gotta do this, you gotta stand here, you gotta, yeah, this is pure 39, this is pure 37, this is where the banana boat comes in, this, you gotta, you know, nobody helps you out. And people give you the cold shoulder. And they do this on purpose. Because I asked, man, why is everybody such an asshole, you know? And this one guy, he told me, it's because they see you as a threat. And I'm like, me? Like, well, what the hell did I do? He's like, not you personally. Anybody who wants to come out here and work is a threat. It's a threat to their job. And I still didn't get what he was saying, but eventually I found out what he meant. It's like, they like, the people who've been working there for a long time like to keep it shorthanded. That way they can't get fired or replaced. And they don't want new workers, especially hard workers, because now if you get a wave of hard workers coming out here that show up, you know, all the time and actually do a hard work, now they can't be lazy. And not only that, now they can't not show up all the time or be late or, you know, just be a horrible employee. So by having it shorthanded, they have like job security. They know they can't get fired or they don't really fire you in these unions, but they just sent you home for the day. But now they know they're like, they have a little bit more power on their side. And I caught on to that, and after a while working there, and then I kind of became like that too, because when you guys came over there, I didn't want to help them. I was like, no, because yeah, you are a threat. Because now, if I mess up or something, I do something wrong, I go down, and then you go up, and it sounds shitty, but that's how it is, and that's how I feel about. I think a lot of people feel that way about immigrants. Because you hear every time you get these immigrants over here that they're hard workers, you know. Not all, but you hear that you have a lot of people who are hard workers who will do jobs that nobody else wants to do. And in certain fields, like you're like, damn, that means they're willing to work for less pay. So it kind of brings wages down in several industries, and I don't know, it just kind of works against people in this country who want to bring the wages up or the working standards up, because they're willing not only to work for cheaper wages, they're willing to work for worse work conditions that freaking people over here don't want to work. You know, work out in the sun, no breaks, no vacation, minimum or less than minimum wage, and they're okay with it because they really need that money, and that money does a lot more for them than the average that money could do for the average American. That and the fear of, man, now I gotta work harder, you know. So I always thought that was an issue that people don't bring up, and that's part of the reason they don't want immigrants here, is because they don't want the competition. Not just even in that, just in anything. They don't want competition. Less competition is better for you, honestly, in everything. Like with work, if there was less competition in work, you have a chance of anywhere you apply, you're gonna get a job. Also, dating, if there's less competition out there, again, you got a bigger chance of finding a date. Now, I don't have that mindset. Like I kind of don't care about working. That somebody's gonna work harder, so and take my job away, because I'm not, like I said in many of my videos, I'm done with the workforce. I'm all about YouTube and crypto and my little side hustles. I'm out of the workforce for good, hopefully. So I don't really care about that aspect, and I have the idea that immigration is actually good for the economy, especially in towns that are dying. Like I don't know anything about Ohio, but I know like cities in Michigan where they had like Detroit. Detroit was a once booming freaking town, and now it's nothing like what it used to be. But they still have that infrastructure there. They have a population problem that they don't have enough people there. So I always thought that we should have like a better legalized immigration, and have a thing like, hey, you know what? We'll make it really easy, but you got to move to this town. And the reason we want you to move to this town, like let's say Detroit, is the reason because we need that town we need the population boom in that town. You know, we don't want you to move to a town that it's already overpopulated. There's not enough work. There's not the infrastructure's not there. I'm sorry. You could come over here, but you got to move to, you know, there's a whole lot of cities in the U.S. that are in need of a population boom. So I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. Let me watch this video and see what they have to say about it. I think they might talk about the dogs or the cats. I haven't seen it, but it's from Ohio.
Found itself at the center of a fraught election year issue, immigration. Republican vice presidential candidate J.D. Vance claims that Haitian migrants in Springfield are, quote, draining social services and causing chaos. He's also repeated a baseless rumor already debunked by city officials about pets being abducted and eaten, a story amplified by right-wing media and Elon Musk online.
Over the last 4 years, Springfield has seen its small population grow by over 20%, driven almost entirely by immigrants. William Brangham recently went to Springfield to understand how the city is coping.
The sounds of Haitian Creole carrying across soccer fields, in grocery stores, in restaurants, dishing up the popular Haitian street food, pâté codé. It's striking, hearing all this in the heartland of the United States, Springfield, Ohio. Springfield's a small blue-collar city with a familiar story. Much of the factory work left decades ago, and the residents followed.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't really know anything about Springfield, but I guess there's another city like that. There's plenty of cities like that are dying, and they need that population boom. Otherwise, that city's gonna become a ghost town. Like towns in the West when they were looking for gold, all the gold went away, and the towns died. We have towns like that everywhere, and immigration can be a solution to this. You know, you move those people into these towns and give them an economic boom.
Community of more than 80,000 emptied out.
And the reason I say this is because it'll create so many freaking jobs. You're talking about, so people need a place to live. That'll increase the housing market. I don't know. An increase in the population would definitely give it an economic boom.
To less than
just live for places to live and places to eat.
60. That is, until the last few years.
Our churches, we see new people.
In the pews,
Yes, absolutely.
Wes Babian was the pastor at First Baptist Church for almost 20 years.
For years, we've lost people, but you hope somebody else will come and take their place. That hasn't happened here,
Until now.
because there are folks from Haiti who are coming to church.
Lucas Merzus, who, among his many other jobs, mans the soundboard for Sunday services, is one of those new Haitian members.
Why Springfield?
Of all places. Merzus, with his wife and daughter, were among the first Haitian families to arrive here in 2018.
I got a decent job when I was in Haiti, and then to make a difficult decision to leave, it wasn't easy.
The reason they left is their home country is disintegrating. Protests and increasing violence in the Caribbean nation culminated in the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse in 2021. Since then,
Yeah, see, look, if I lived in Haiti and shit like this was going on, I'm out of there. I'm not waiting for approval of anybody to tell me that I can't leave. I'm gone. I see freaking gangs all up in the street. The government's gone. I'm out of there, man. I'm trying to survive. I don't give a damn about the loopholes or the bureaucracy. I'm trying to survive, especially if I had children or something. Grabbing my family and we're going to safety, you know.
the country spiraled. Armed gangs currently control 80% of the capital, Port-au-Prince. Merzus is one of the estimated 731,000 Haitian immigrants now living in the United States.
I got my brothers and sisters, my mother still living there. I'm always thinking about my family in Haiti.
Because of that violence, the U.S. granted what's called temporary protected status to Haitians in the U.S., giving them limited time permission to live and work here. TPS was then expanded by the Biden administration. Merzus says he came to Springfield for the same reason most Haitians did. He heard that housing was cheap and jobs were plentiful.
What started slowly, we had an application pool that was a little bit different.
People coming to work here.
People looking for jobs. What he's welding here again are welded axle components.
Jamie McGregor is the CEO of McGregor Metal, which makes welded parts for the auto and farm industries. Right now, about 10% of his workforce is Haitian, over 30 employees.
I wish I had 30 more. Our Haitian associates come to work every day. They don't have a drug problem. They'll stay at their machine. They'll achieve their numbers. They are here to work.
See, and he wishes they had more. That means he's talking about the local community. He goes, oh, they don't have a drug problem. He's basically saying, man, my local people, they're lazy as shit. They're addicts. And people like that, they don't want these Haitians around. They're like, God damn, now I can't get high all the time. I gotta actually show up and work and be a good worker. They're like, of course, it's gonna be anti-immigration. It makes them look bad. Not only does it make them look bad, it might cost them their job because they're not gonna change. They're not gonna become. Maybe some of them might become hard workers, but not a lot of them. Once you get, a lot of people are just like, they're just stuck in their ways of being lazy. Let me run that back.
Work every day. They don't have a drug problem. They'll stay at their machine. They'll achieve their numbers. They are here to work. And so in general, that's a stark difference from what we're used to in our community.
See?
McGregor acknowledges the sudden arrival of so many new immigrants is a challenge on multiple fronts, but he believes this is partly how the industrial Midwest can regrow.
We want more jobs in our community. And in order to fill those jobs, some jobs need to be people who are not originally from here.
There's things in the last 5 years that have really changed and has been a forward improvement for Springfield, but this is taxing the resources of the city.
Well, afterwards.
Springfield's mayor, Rob Rue, says he was cautiously optimistic when the first Haitians settled in town, but then their numbers quickly rose. The city estimates 12 to 15,000 Haitians are here now.
the infrastructure of the city, our safety forces, our hospitals, our schools. Springfield is a close community and has a big heart, but at the same point, we've had this influx that has taxed all these services.
The number of students needing English language help has quadrupled in 5 years. Translators at the local health center cost hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And last year was the busiest year on record for the fire department. But it seemed that for the community at large, the increase in immigration and its stresses largely flew under the radar. A lot of that changed last August. It was the very first day of school, and a school bus full of kids was coming down this road. A driver coming in the other direction came around that bend, said he was blinded by the sun. He clipped the bus, and the bus ended up in this ditch.
We begin with breaking news. Right now, multiple law enforcement agencies are on the scene of a deadly school bus crash.
Dozens of children were injured, and 11-year-old Aiden Clark died. When the driver was revealed to be a Haitian immigrant without a U.S. license, things erupted.
The majority of the Haitians here are low-skilled and they're illiterate.
I want to know who's bossing them in. Who's responsible for that, and who can stop them from coming?
Our concerns don't have anything to do with racism. They have to do with lack of affordable housing.
For the past few months, Springfield resident and former journalist William Monaghan has been a fixture at City Commission meetings. He helps run a Facebook group that's become a clearinghouse for locals' concerns about the Haitians, where people complain about everything from reckless driving to higher rents.
Do you shop in Springfield? No. Do you drive the streets of Springfield? No. Do you consider that Springfield is your home? No. Are your kids safe in school? No.
They're talking about, I got kicked out of my house because the rent went way up. My insurance has gone way up. I don't feel safe in the stores anymore. But maybe a couple exceptions, you know. It's never a race issue, but they want to make it sound like a racial issue. So they...
Yeah, so I get what this dude's saying. Like it's making the economy go up. Like and it's not a good thing for certain people because it's like. So you said rent's going up. Yeah, so because there's less places to stay, and that's a good and a bad thing. It's bad if you're a renter. It's good if you're a owner of properties and you are renting properties. You know, you can charge more and you're making a shit ton. Yeah, it does suck for people who are poor, and it does suck also for people who are lazy. Because they feel it the most. So I understand it.
Can demonize us and ignore our concerns. But these are valid concerns.
I have the same fears that you as mom and dads and grandma and grandpas and aunts and uncles have.
I won't say this is a Haitian crisis, this is an immigrant crisis. It's the fact that we have so many people here and we have a culture clash.
Mayor Rue says reckless driving is an issue. But there's been no uptick in crime related to the immigrant population. But with so many new arrivals, he says, the city needs help bolstering basic infrastructure.
We say we need help, basically for translation services and safety forces. That's what we're looking at. Our hospitals need reinforcement.
In the meantime, local nonprofits like St. Vincent de Paul have stepped in. Here, people learn how to apply for jobs and how to navigate the city's computer system.
It's really important that when you file applications with immigration,
A translator and a local lawyer helped this woman with her visa application. In a building across town, Vilas Dorsonville runs a support center that helps Haitians integrate into American life. He understands why so many new arrivals into an established community can create conflict.
They have the right to express themselves because we are living in a free speech world, whether it is from the Haitian side who are trying to find jobs and opportunities, whether it is from the locals who are complaining because too many people are coming here. It's human being. We are expressing ourselves there.
Yeah, and the thing with rent going up, I mean, honestly, if you really want cheap rent, it's gonna go up in cities, especially growing cities. If you want cheap rent, either you're gonna have to move, honestly, or own your own place, but move somewhere in the middle of nowhere. But then again, what would you rather have? I guess for the city, a city that's dying. Yeah, rent's cheap, but there's also less of everything. Less businesses moving there. Less, I don't know, this and that, and then taxes should go up because without businesses and all that, the city needs the tax revenue. I don't know, maybe rent will go down, but property taxes will go up. Who knows?
The way we feel, but at the end of the day, we have to find a way out to live together.
But he says many Haitians would also return home if the violence subsided. Do you hope one day to go back to Haiti?
Yeah, hopefully. I can't wait, hopefully, to go back to Haiti because I'm dreaming Haiti.
Dreaming Haiti, meaning at night while you're dreaming, you're there.
Yeah, I'm there. So still working, still trying to integrate, and then facing with challenges all the time in the US, but I'm also dreaming of my country.
For now, the residents of Springfield, old and new, will continue writing the latest complicated chapter in the story of immigration in America.
All right. Well, I'm gonna also let you know, I'm always, like I said, about getting yours. And whoever you are, wherever you're at, and on this damn planet, get your money and don't worry about other people. Like, honestly, like with immigration, like I said, if I was in their shoes, I'm out of there, man. I gotta live. I'm not trying to freaking be murdered out in the streets. I'm going to safety. And if it pisses somebody else off, I'm sorry, bro. I'm trying not to die, and I get it. Some people are like, oh man, you're taking away our jobs because I don't know, because either I want to be lazy or I want to hire. We're trying to make these companies suffer so they pay us better, and then we'll work. And by y'all coming over here, willing to work for cheaper, it's hurting us or whatnot. You know what though? At the end of the day, everyone's looking out for themselves. I don't know, but I'm looking out for myself, and that's what I'm gonna strive to do, especially with YouTube and crypto. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Well, I would say this too, man. What would you do if you were in Haiti? If you were one of the migrants, and also, what would you do if you were in Springfield, Ohio, and you were one of the residents? If I was one of the residents, honestly, I can't blame other people for wanting to have a better life. I just gotta, stick it to the game and just work hard on myself. All right, that's it.